I'm back here, the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast. I'm Matt Kobold with Max Faulkner. Let's get
Ew.
let's get into our NFL talk, brother, because we got some breaking news.
Oh,
The Carolina Panthers have canned Frank Reich. He becomes the first NFL head coach to be fired in season in back-to-back seasons since the NFL merger in 1970. Let's not forget he was dismissed by the Colts after a 3-5-1 start last year. He finishes his stay in Carolina with an NFL worst 1-10 record. He signed a 4-year deal in January worth about $9 million each season. The Indianapolis Colts are still paying Reich $36 million over the next 3 seasons. This man is being paid handsomely by 2 franchises to watch football on his couch, just like you and me.
That's ridiculous.
Carolina, last year, they fired Matt Rhule after a 1-4 start. He was in the 3rd year of a 7-year contract. The Panthers still owe Matt Rhule approximately $25 million over the next 3 seasons.
Gosh.
What in the hell? Counting the interim coaches, the Panthers have had 6 head coaches in the last 48 months. The Panthers, they also canned assistant head coach, running backs coach Deuce Staley, and fired quarterbacks coach Josh McCown. Carolina didn't exceed 15 points over their last 5 games. They only scored more than 15 points in 4 games this year. They only hit 15 points in 4 games this year. They're 30th in the NFL in total offense and 30th in passing yards. Max, what do you think about this firing, of Frank Reich and all this money that is being paid to Frank Reich and Carolina paying Matt Rhule and Frank Reich and a new coach next year?
You know, that just pisses me off for a guy that literally has done nothing.
Didn't do his job.
You
Didn't
might
do his
as
job.
well have picked up a bum at the local Skid Row and say, you know what? How about we just we'll give you a game. We'll give you a game. How about we give you 10? How about we give you 10 games and we'll just see how you do. This doesn't make any sense. When you get fired, especially from coaching, when you get fired because you were not performing well, if you owe that coach money, that money should just go to charity. Just give the money to charity. If that's where it's got to go, why is it going back to him? He didn't do anything for your organization. He didn't do anything for the players. All he brought was a losing record for you guys to hemorrhage money. And now you're losing even more. It doesn't make any sense, Colbreezy. So stupid. I don't get it.
The NFL is a bottomless pit of money. The fact, I guess they honor their contracts. They honor their contracts for their coaches. They don't for their players. You know, a guy could get hit sitting on a jet ski and get his freaking contract voided. You know.
Yeah, that doesn't make. Yeah, what happened to performance based?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if we're gonna put it towards the players, it should definitely be put towards the coaches. You want 1-10, bruh. You should be paying me. How about you pay me for your losses?
The fans, yeah. We got to look at Bryce Young here because he was the number 1 overall pick. And, you know, sometimes rookie years for quarterbacks, you can just throw them out the window, whether they're good or they're bad. You know, Bryce Young's been bad. There ain't no way around it. He's 29th in total QBR, and he has been sacked 40 times.
Oh, God.
That's tied for the 5th most for a player through his first 10 games in NFL history. Doesn't sound like they got their offensive line. I thought it was better than what it is. I guess it's not. What do you think about the Panthers? If they would have picked C.J. Stroud number 1, would Frank Reich still be the head coach?
I don't know. There's something going on in that organization. They just fired 3 different coaches, so I don't know. I don't think it's Bryce Young's fault. I think it's a coaching problem.
Special teams coach Chris Tabor will become the interim head coach, while offensive coordinator Thomas Brown will take over the play calling duties. Let's not forget here, Max, they owe your Bears their number 1 pick this year in the draft from that Bryce Young trade. And at 1-10, they got that number 1 pick right now. That's going to Chicago. What do you think about that?
I'm excited. The question for the Bears, real quick. Let's go off to the Carolina because Carolina sucks.
Oh, geez.
Do the
Bears?
Do the Bears trade Justin Fields, try to get another top 10 pick, Take that number 1 overall pick. Get Caleb Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, because they still have their own pick too coming up, which is looking like it could be top 10. So they could easily have 2 top 10 picks, with one of them being number 1. Justin Fields, I don't know if he's the guy. I don't know if he's the guy in Chicago. I thought he was coming into this year. I thought he was. I don't know if he
great
is.
legs. He has. I was talking with my dad about this. Once again, he lives near Chicago. Okay, so we're Chicago Bears fans, everybody. Just so we're all clear again. Okay, he was telling me, man, there's sometimes that Justin Fields, oh man, he's running down the field. He gets that 100 yards. You're like, wow, this guy's really good. And then he passes the ball, and you're like, well, that sucked. Quote unquote for my pops.
Yeah, that's a good analysis.
It's very accurate. The guy runs the ball well. He passes like shit. We need a passing quarterback.
Caleb Williams could find himself in Chicago next season.